were gladiator fights even invented. It's probably not surprising to learn that they were originally staged as a funeral rite. The concept of funeral games involved the family of the deceased arranging for the staging of a spectacle, the purpose of which was to honour the memory of the departed loved one. The games were typically held in an amphitheatre or in a large public venue and were open to the public. Gladiator fights were held all over the place, not just at the Colosseum, and in fact I'm pretty sure that the best preserved arena or Colosseum looking building is actually in Verona. Anyway, initially the games comprised of simple contests such as foot races and wrestling matches, but over time the events became increasingly violent and sophisticated. The first gladiator fights were believed to have taken place in the 3rd century BC, and they were introduced as a form of gladiatorial combat between slaves and prisoners of war. As the popularity of the games grew, gladiators became essential to any significant public celebration and were viewed as the main attraction. The fights were often funded by wealthy Roman citizens who sponsored private schools where gladiators trained and were provided with food, shelter, and weapons. The first gladiator fights were simple and relatively short contests. However, they soon became more elaborate and grew in length, featuring more and more gladiators fighting in a variety of combinations. As the games grew in popularity, the Roman authorities began to use them as a means of political control, directing the public's attention away from political struggles and towards the games.